Hello and welcome back to another Beyblade X unboxing video. I'm very excited because not only that I have the newest release of UX17 Meteor Dragoon, the left spinning Beyblade that's extremely unbalanced with rubber. I'm also excited the fact that this is the only Beyblade I have to review right now because I'm not months late on purchasing and reviewing all these Beyblades. So it's not going to be like my other reviews where I buy a bunch of Beyblades and review them in bulk. Today we're just focusing on this. And as you see in the front of the box, there is the Beyblade with a left spinning ripcord launcher. Very exciting because I don't personally like the string launcher in general. It feels just much weaker every time I launched it, even though it's much more convenient. It just feels a lot more weaker than the ripcord. Looking at the back of the box, whoops. Here we have the stats for anyone who cares. Once again, I have mentioned that this is a left spinning Beyblade. It is very unbalanced and very attack oriented. You could tell they were trying their best to not make this a spin stealer, not make this a stamina type. And I think that is for the best. Because if this was a stamina type or had any potential to be a stamina type or balanced, I think it would be terrible for the game. But moving on, oh yeah, it has a white coat. Forgot to mention that. Moving on, 370, we've seen this part before. It's an all right part. It's 3, it's 70, it's fine. Here we have is Jaggy, I believe, or Jolt. I think it's Jolt. I forget the name of this. It's a unique attack bit, which I think might be actually useful. It's another flat bit with an interesting shape. And down here we go to the ripcord launcher, which is slightly longer than the regular ripcord launcher. Without further ado, let's look inside. Really quick, before we look at the left spinning Beyblade itself, let's look at the left spinning launcher. Now there's a few differences besides that the fact that it only launches left spinning Beyblades, like the remake of El Drago, Cobalt Dragoon, and of course the one it came with. So far 3. I wonder how many more there'll be. I don't think too many more. And also the shape is slightly different compared to a regular ripcord launcher. It's kind of angled here, if that matters to any of you. Here's a regular one, more of a square. And this one's more tapered off here. And of course, the ripcord itself is a lot longer than a typical ripcord by, let me line it up. It's kind of hard to see with the background here. By like a few teeth, if I could focus it. Yeah, that much longer. I don't know how much more power that's gonna give the Beyblade, but it's nice. I just mostly liked for the fact that it has a huge grip right here to really grab onto and rip it as hard as you can, compared to the other longer winder launchers. Here, they should be the same size, but as you see, the ends do not match at all. It's this tiny T shape that I don't really like, compared to this giant like grip. So that's cool that they actually came out with a good grip for this Beyblade. I mean, these were all right, the hooks. These are awful. I don't know what they were planning with these little T's. I don't like them at all. I had to wire them together so I could launch them comfortably. But anyways, here's the front of it and the back of it. Quick detailed look if any of you were thinking about how it looked for details. I don't know how many of you care for that, but there might be somebody out there. Anyways, moving on to the actual Beyblade itself. As usual, we shall start from the bottom and work our way to the top. Starting off with the Jolt bit. It is a high resistant bit with 16 gears, I believe. It's either 16 or 18. But same amount of gears as XL and a few other bits with the high gear ratio. But the surface area of the flat tip, if it wants to focus, is extremely small. So let me quickly get another rush for reference. All right, here we have two drawn Beyblades to compare their bits. First off, XL. Same amount of gear ratio, but the surface area of the bit is significantly different, as you see here. If I layer them on top of each other, you can just see how much smaller Jolt is compared to XL. As you see there. And then I also have Rush here for comparison. Rush is a smaller surface, flat surface area for attacks, but still is not as small as Jolt. I imagine Jolt will have a lot more stamina, but maybe not that much more, as I'm worried if this Beyblade ever tips to the side, it'll just grind against the gears and ruin any stamina it could have had with that small flat bit surface area. But there's the bit. I'm excited to see how this performs, as the multiple gears will give it a huge extreme dash boost in speed. Anyways, moving on to the Ratchet. Ratchet 370. It is blue. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say for these Ratchets. I mean, it's 3, it's 70, and it's blue. Yeah. Anyways, to the main blade. Here we have the left spinning rubber Beyblade. This is, without a doubt, an attack type. They tried their very, very hardest in so many ways to make this a terrible stamina type. And we'll go over that now. Firstly, the different size dragon heads, as you see here. At first, I wasn't too clear in other videos if these two dragon heads were the same. I could confirm this is way smaller than this dragon head, and this dragon head is the biggest out of all the 3 dragon heads, or blades, whatever you want to call it. And I could already feel the weight imbalance just holding it in my hand. Like it just wants to tilt that way instead of this way. There's the top view and the side profile. This blue you see here is rubber. It is very stiff rubber. Very, very stiff rubber. I can't really put any scratches on it with my nail at all. I can flex it a little bit. It might as well be plastic, I feel. And it is such a small surface area of rubber. Even if this was a balanced Beyblade, I don't think it would be grabbing too much friction for it to steel spin. Here is the smallest out of the 3 blades. A bit more surface area of rubber, but it's just a lot shorter, as you see there. Let me get a good view of that. Yeah, there you go. So big dragon head, little dragon head, and then medium dragon head, a little bit more rubber. Yeah, but obviously not as long. And then here we go, the giant dragon head. As you see at the bottom, still very unbalanced here. Oh, this Beyblade looks so cool though with the white metal coat. Here's the avatar up close. Oh, I can't wait to battle with this. But yeah, I'm really glad that they made this so unbalanced and so attack oriented. I did not want to see a left spinning stamina type. I don't want to see that at all for Beyblade X. So I'm very happy how this looks. It's got 3 bumps on the 3 dragon heads, 1 bump here, and then 2 bumps there, as you see there. And these are also rubber, and then there's a useless little thing of rubber there too, I guess to keep it even more imbalanced. But without further ado, let us weigh all these parts. Starting off with the jolt bit. Again, I feel like it'll be a better attack bit, just for stamina reasons. 2.5, that's how much bits weigh. But I'm worried the tilt will mess everything up and just scrape insanely crazy like that and just make it lose all balance. Here we have 370. Whoa, who knew? 6.4 grams. Anyways, and we have the exciting Dragoon. Whoa, almost 40 grams, 39 grams, look at that. I think that's like a gram off compared to Emperor Might. Let me check. All right, here I have Emperor Might for comparison. All right, I was way off. It's like 7 grams heavier, Emperor Might, compared to Dragoon. Yeah. I don't know why I thought those were similar. But to be fair, that's still pretty impressive. Now let's weigh the full combo. Here we have Dragoon fully assembled, Meteor Dragoon. Here's the side profile. It kind of looks funny with that tiny little like stick right there. I'm just worried about balance issues, but since it's spinning left spin, maybe it won't be too much of an issue. It'll balance itself out just by spin equalizing, even though it'll be terrible at that. I'm not sure. Ooh, this Beyblade looks so good. All right, let's weigh it. 48 grams. And just for comparison, I mean, that's most of the combo, right? Of Emperor Might, if I put the whole combo in, 60 grams. So it's not quite Emperor Might yet. But 2 grams off, that's not too bad. I don't think that's too bad. And that was the unboxing video. Thank you so much for watching. I will be making a marathon video for this Beyblade, a marathon battle video. So if you'd like to see this Beyblade battle a certain Beyblade, please let me know in the comment section down below. I will definitely battle it up against the Waffle Emperor Might, but I'd love to hear more ideas. Other than that, please like, comment, and subscribe. See ya!